Scott, you have the floor.
Okay, thank you. Hopefully everybody had a chance to review the minutes from the previous meeting. I think they were emailed and you have copies in front of you. Does anybody have any questions on those from our March 1st meeting? If you have some, we'll get to those in a few minutes. If you have some, you review those. Quickly, just an update. There is no update for the DNR grant. We're still waiting. We're at the mercy of the state at this point. And I'm assuming, I'm going on the assumption they're going to make one big announcement for all the grants they're going to be issuing across the state. We're not the only one that's part of that process, so I'm assuming that'll come that way. I think Don contacted them a couple weeks ago, and they said expect something by April 1st and all that other stuff. Well, April 1st is here. I'm going to go with the assumption again, they're April 1st of 2022 also. We are doing some prep work in behind to try to get ready to hit the ground running once we do get that. Some of the engineers were on site here, was that Friday? And they were eyeballing the stuff, and they're starting their work on that too, so we'll be ready to go. And once we get approval from them, still playing the waiting game. Just a website update. We had the Civic Rec meeting last week just to get the park and rec side of it up and running. And it's not up and running yet. There's a lot of training and a process to go through. We're going to get some pictures and some other things up for that. So, and that's across the town of Hanover. There's several different things we have to do to get that done. So that process has started. I don't think we have set up our next meeting for that yet, have we, for the Civic Rec? It's about an 8 to 10 week training process, and then at some point we'll launch it at some point after that. Baseball and softball, I'm humbled. I think I reported our last meeting, the numbers were unbelievable. As of right now, we have 306 kids signed up through the Hanover Park office for baseball and softball. Just for comparison purposes, those that signed up through the park office a year ago, as of April the 9th, was 196. We did end up with 300 kids last year, 31 teams, but that included 5 teams from Trimble County participating, a few teams from Madison. So we have 306. I had a family of 4 come in today to sign up. So we have our coaches meeting. Our second coaches meeting is tomorrow. Workouts will start next week. Start forming teams shortly thereafter, and then practices, and then opening day is still set for May 23rd. So we'll have a lot of bodies.
Is there a deadline, or?
Well, the deadline was May 25th.
Yeah, but people are still letting them.
Still letting sign up. Once we do form our teams, then we'll have a cutoff. If there's some openings on teams, we won't put any more than 12 on a team because then participation is cut back. So
the deadline was March 25th.
March 25th, yeah. And at that point, we were still pretty good on numbers. But 306, and I get texts and emails every day.
Yeah.
We're trying to see if there's still room.
That's great.
Also, want to report the Hanover Co-ed softball team. They sponsored 16 kids to play in our league. If their parents were part of their league, they were able to sign up through them. So 16 kids benefit from that. And also a local family, as a Christmas present, sponsored 6 kids. So there's 22 kids that are playing thanks to the efforts of a local family and also the Hanover Co-ed softball. Team sponsorships, we're already at 29. 16 of them are brand new sponsors that we didn't have before. Banner sponsors, we are at 23. 14 of those are brand new sponsors. So I'll get my banners ordered here very shortly through my banner guy, and we'll get those up and hanging. They'll hang from the month of May through November, so they're getting a lot of bang for their buck. They'll be on the tennis courts, and we'll have to be creative in some of the other places we put them too. So
A lot of hang for the buck.
yeah, a lot of hang for their buck. That's funny. So the support's been tremendous, not just sign-ups, but the volunteer coaches we have, and also team sponsors and banner sponsors. I do have one league that's got, I think, 5 teams, and I got 17 sponsors, so I got to figure that part out. But it's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
So that'd be all right. We'll get it figured out.
2 names.
Yeah, 2 names possibly, or encourage them maybe to sponsor something else. But I haven't contacted any of those folks yet. I'll go ahead and put the money away. But again, our games will start May 23rd. That's opening day. So obviously, town council, you can put that, and park board, if you can put that on your calendars. Love to have you here. We'll have a brief opening ceremony, and then games will start. We will also play some games this year on South Ocean High School softball field once the high school softball season's over. I contacted Tom at the end of last season to see if that would be a possibility, because we did play a couple of times there last year. I anticipate us playing 2 or 3 times a week over there this year to help with our number of kids that will be participating. Field mix has been put on fields 1 and 2. We put 9 tons on each of those fields. It's already been spread, trying to level things out, and they look playable. I mean, they're in really, really good shape back there. So, Estes Materials came through. I want to thank Keith and also Stu and of course Rick putting some time in out there trying to help get the fields smoothed out and get them ready to go. Field number 3 over here, we did not put any extra material on because it's still in very good shape. We got to do some edging, but we'll be ready to go. Any questions about baseball and softball? Again, it's not too late to sign up, but I'm encouraging folks to get them turned in yesterday, as soon as they can. 306 is a marvelous number. I mean, that's a lot of kids.
Good job,
Yeah,
Scott.
that's a lot of kids.
And that doesn't include the teams that you may
That
start.
doesn't include the teams that, if Trimble County brings kids over, because I've been in contact with them. I have also contacted New Washington and Scottsburg. We do have some games scheduled with them. I won't count them in our numbers because they're not playing our league, but as bonus games, we're going to get a chance to play some teams from Hanover and Scottsburg.
And Madison.
And Madison, yeah,
If they want to do-
possibly, if they're needing some games, we'll accommodate them as well. Also, there's been some talk with those entities, Hanover, along with Scottsburg and New Washington, maybe having some rec all-star tournaments. True rec all-star teams, not these travel teams that travel all over the place. And there seems to be a good interest in that out there too. So whether it be one-day tournaments, we can play 4 or 5 games on a couple of our fields here and get them in and out. So we're looking forward to that. Spring Men's Basketball League, just to update you, we have 6 teams that play on Sundays in the auxiliary gym. And it's a very competitive league. The guys are very, very appreciative of having the league here in town. And it's pretty good competition in Kent.
Not bad.
Yeah, not too bad. And the guys are super nice. We got them from Madison, we got from Hanover, we got from Scottsburg, all participating here in the auxiliary gym. I gave you a flyer. The Easter egg hunt is coming up this Saturday. Kudos goes out to the Chelsea Church of God. They have been unbelievable. The partnership developed when they called me and said, hey, is there a way we can use the park to host a community egg hunt on April the 9th? I said, well, we had a community egg hunt last year and we picked April 9th for ours. I said, can we do it together? And Rick has been part of the committee working on that, and those baskets back there are going to be given away on Saturday. There's 2 per age group, and I want to thank the seniors. They helped put those baskets together last Friday with help from the Chelsea Church of God. The event will start at 10 with carnival games and bouncy houses and all that other good stuff. The hunts will start at 11. Knock on wood, we're hoping that it's not doing what it's doing right now outside. It's going to be a nice day. But the first event that we had a year ago was awesome, and we expect this one to be as awesome as well. They will be serving a meal to those that are participating. So we invite everybody to come out if you want to come out and help volunteer. And they'll be registering
Do you
kids.
have everything you need for
I believe they do. They have
Here.
been, yeah, they've been unbelievable.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
how many eggs, Rick?
4,000.
4,000
Really?
eggs they're anticipating, yeah.
Wow.
And they did the flyers, they passed out information to the schools, so they really run with it. A year ago, they did an egg hunt over in Lexington, I think it was. They had 50 kids. I said, there'll be more than 50
Oh,
at
yeah.
our place.
Yeah,
So,
that's great.
yeah, and the Easter Bunny will be here, so pictures will be taken, I think, so.
Fast as those kids are, 4,000 will go pretty quick.
Yeah, they'll be pretty,
Yeah.
pretty quick. We want to thank Nucor, also the co-ed softball team, also Madison Assembly of God Church. They've all stepped up and contributed to what's going to be a great effort on Saturday. We're looking forward.
Who's hiding all those 4,000 eggs?
The Easter Bunny.
Okay.
That's a good answer, isn't it?
You just
Easter
have one
Yeah.
bunny.
Yeah, there may be more than one bunny at work
Okay.
out there. I don't know. We'll see. But we expect a big crowd.
Great.
Also, April 30th, the senior citizens are going to have a yard sale, bake sale here in the park. We invite you to come out. We're trying to also coordinate something to go along with that. It won't be a craft fair necessarily, but I'll try to keep you guys in the loop via emails and text messages, just so we can draw some more people out to the park on that particular day. It would have been our May Day weekend, but May Day is not there quite yet, April
Do you
30th.
want stuff for the yard sale?
Do you need stuff for the yard sale?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So see Sharon or some of the other
Anything you
seniors.
wanna bring, we're gonna put in there at Scott's office.
No, we're not. We're not putting it in Scott's office, but yeah, contact either Sharon or Louise or see some of the seniors over there. What time's it gonna run from?
Louise is gonna be on vacation for the.
8 to 2?
Huh?
8 to 2?
8 to 2.
8 to 2 on April the 30th here in the community center, so we'll get more words of interest out on that. Also, the town of Hanover is going to, or actually the park office is going to benefit from a golf scramble here at the Butler Falls Golf Course. We're going to call it the Hanover Hacker Open. That way I'm eligible to play. Finalizing the details, it will take place on June the 4th. The tee time will be at 9 o'clock, and we'll get you more information on that. We are in the process of lining up some sponsors, and I think it's going to be a 4-man scramble, Rick. I think $50 per golfer, $200 per team, and again, proceeds will benefit the Hanover Parks, and we'll get more details on that. The Hanover Hacker Open, the first annual Hanover Hacker Open.
Hacker.
At least hacker, there'll be at least one hacker there. I'm terrible. I probably won't even be on the team. They won't even let me be on the team. So we're looking forward to that. Also, something else we're looking forward to, and this is gaining a lot of momentum. Keith went to a meeting today. It's the Hanover Car Show and Music Festival. Did they come up with their finalize their name?
The Hanover Horsepower.
Hanover Horsepower. It's going to be the weekend of August 5th and the 6th. The 5th is a Friday night. There'll be potential cruise in and some food, and also we're going to have a band playing. We're not ready to announce who the band is, do we? Or can we?
If you want to wait.
We'll wait. There'll be music there on Friday night. That's kind of leading up to the event on Saturday. Midwest 2 Mills and the guys have been doing a lot of work behind the scenes. They're very, very adamant about making this a big success, and I think it's going to be huge.
Good.
They're talking
It's huge.
200-300 cars here and stuff like that. So you'll get more details as we get further in it. But we'll have also music is planned on Saturday, probably more of the local flavor of music on Saturday night. So August 5th and 6th, mark your calendars. It's going to be a big event out here in Hanover, and I think it's going to be very beneficial for the community. So we're going to work with the schools for parking and all kinds of other stuff. There's a lot of logistics that goes into those things. So. But we appreciate Midwest 2 Mills, first of all, coming up with the idea and reaching out to the rest of the car show community.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, they're very excited about it.
To put in perspective, they're looking to raise up to, the goal is $100,000.
Yeah,
So it's pretty lofty.
yeah, it is, yeah. So,
But we're excited.
yeah, it's going to be really cool.
For the park.
For the park, yeah. Senior meals, just to let you know, Ellen has been voted in to serve meals starting on Wednesdays, April 13th. She was voted in, wasn't she? She'll still do her Friday meal, but Ellen has agreed to serve meals on Wednesdays starting the 13th, not tomorrow, but the 13th. We still have our partnership in place with Hanover College. They'll serve meals on Mondays, and we'll continue that as the need is needed here. They are also partnering with, our partnership is rekindled with the Boys and Girls Club and Lifetime Resources. So, and they're also going to start meals in Madison through, I think, Hanover College too. So we're working closely with them. Had a meeting with Carol Marsh this past Monday. So Ellen will start serving on Wednesday. We'll still have Monday meals as needed through Hanover College. One other thing I just want to pass along is you probably heard about the Madison Hanover Sports Council. We had a meeting last week over in Madison. You were able to attend. And basically it's going to be an opportunity for us to showcase what we have here for facilities and get the word out and possibly partner with Madison, Hanover College, Shaw, Southwestern High School, and the others to perhaps host mega tourism events, either be it basketball, baseball, softball, archery, volleyball, something to the like. So I think it's going to be a good partnership. There's no commitments just yet. They're still working on a website with material on it, but from what we saw, it's going to be a good site, very beneficial. It's going to help promote local business and places to stay and places to eat and stuff like that. So I still need to get all our information turned in. I turned it in, but didn't turn it in the proper way. So I'll get that information turned in, and we'll just keep you updated on how that progresses. It's the Madison Hanover Sports Council, so I think it's going to be pretty good. There's some people that are very interested on the sports tourism side to try to create some dollars and interest, because Sarah Lane has captured the market over there, and other places have done it too. So I don't see why Jefferson County can't host some of those tournaments. think that's all I have. Any questions?
I had Ellen call me today, next Wednesday, she's fixing to build your own chef salad,
Okay, build your own stuff shop.
dessert and drink.
Okay. She'll have a menu that's posted and everything.
Did the card players decide?
They haven't decided yet, they'll decide Monday.
I'll go.
Next year.
That would be big if they pull it off. That'll help a lot. That's nearly 20 people there, right?
We had 16 Monday, yesterday, 4 canceled at the last minute. The week before, we had 20 unplayed, and then there's 12 that played on Tuesday, played bridge. And then we had 12 last Friday playing cards.
Sharon, while you're on it, I've had several people ask about the meeting we had over at the church, the open house. We talked about it briefly. Your consensus from the seniors, you were there most of the day, so
Well, nobody had called me, but Ellen said she got several calls, but got the feeling that not very many of them are gonna move.
sure.
Because we keep saying, this is the ideal location, and it's handicap accessible, that we got close parking, and they don't have to climb steps. That was a lot over there, was the climbing of the steps.
So,
Although you think they put ramps in, but
but the conversations we had, so the council can kind of hear some of the thoughts. We were asking people for their feedback and input. Some that you and I had heard was maybe a widow's evening over there, so maybe a situation where they'd have maybe a monthly meeting or something potentially. That would be a good meeting location. Also, the possibility of some events out there. So maybe we could pinpoint some different dates with the church to say we would like to have the facility on certain dates and collaborate with the town and the seniors and the parks department to maybe have a couple of, maybe 2 times or 3 times in the winter months, a movie night over there, where we could offer some meals for kids, some of the local kids that could just give a chance to get over there, get a hot meal, watch a movie that evening at the church.
or maybe some of the college football, or not football, but the drama club or whatever they have, do they put on plays over at Hanover College?
Yep. Have an opportunity to do something like
They
that.
have one, or maybe the high school kids could put a play on over there. And we talked about a band and having DJ or a band and using the sanctuary eventually for dancing.
So there's some ideas to maybe schedule some events over there to collaborate with the church, but that's what we've got so far.
Not on a
Not on a-
daily,
yeah,
not
not
on
on
a daily basis.
Not on a Monday through Friday basis right now,
Right.
just with what they see, unless you guys, we'll re-huddle, nothing set in stone, but just want to make sure while she was here to get some feedback from
Right.
what she heard and thought, what we bounced around throughout the day. So I think it's a great opportunity. I think it's really cool. I'm very thankful that Presbyterian Church opened the doors for us. So
We did have 28 people that came over that day.
ideas are still made. Yeah.
Anything else for Scott?
Good job, Scott.
I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.